Hello YouTube, this is Omnigen here with another episode of Wargame European Escalation Singleplayer. Today we're going to be tackling the first level of the final, well, non-DLC campaign, Wasteland, with the mission being Warlord. Let's go.
April 22nd, 1984. The missiles from the plateau of Albion are launched against targets east of the Iron Curtain. April 22nd, 1984. 20 minutes later, the USSR retaliates by firing thousands of nuclear warheads. In the following hours, the main capital cities of NATO and Warsaw Pact countries are razed to the ground. Moscow, Washington, London, Paris, Warsaw are just empty ruins. For more than a week, the few pockets of survivors, often located far from major cities, remain isolated due to lack of communications. When at last the fires die down and the electromagnetic particles have fallen, political leaders emerge from their bunkers to call for ceasefire. But on the front line, men who have lost everything are way past such feelings. Rumor has it our leaders and their people are embracing one another and speaking only of peace. They used us like pawns, and they think they can blot that out with a few signatures. My family was in Kaliningrad when the bomb fell. They were not eligible for a place in the bunkers with all the party big shots. Now I know they are gone. I hold our leaders as much responsible for that as the cowboy in the White House, and I intend to make them all pay. But for that I need to form an army of my own. Let's separate the wheat from the chaff. We'll just have to cut some heads to convince the others to follow us. Two formations are likely to provide us with manpower and equipment. An East German helicopter squadron and its ground security troops here. And a Polish artillery park that's refitting and training in the Leonid sector.
Right, so here we go. Let's start off. So we're going to start off by calling in a Havoc to reinforce this one. Don't have any tanks, which sucks quite a lot. So we're going to be calling in a group of these ZSUs. Well, the Spetsnaz into their transports. Like so. We've got some anti-tank weaponry. We'll need some recon though. I'm just going to call in basic recon for now. Logistics, we could do with some of them. Let's regroup the Havocs. And let's set off. Only Leonid and Kjot are sectors that hold any points. Oh no, Anna's got one too, so there's no point with 0 points holding on to here, so let's keep moving. So the plan will be, we're going to focus on Anna, probably neutralize Dmitri, and then turn our attention to Leonid and Michael. I really shouldn't be leading a charge with the command vehicles, that's just stupid. So we've got two Havocs, one, the default one, has some veterancy. And I'm going to be wanting the Havocs to do the heavy lifting for now. All other units are probably just going to be backups. Spetsnaz are pretty much the best unit you can use for infantry warfare, but they are pretty atrocious against anything else. A lot of forests around this area. It's going to make it tricky. We'll just have to manage. If we can get the FOB, that'll make us definitely reduce the amount we're going to have to be dependent on supplies for. Really wish we could have a recon helicopter. First forces in sight. Strela units. We do not want to be engaging them. We're gonna get the BTRs on them. Shouldn't be leaving the command vehicle too far behind either. So Strela 2, they only have frag grenades to take on infantry transport, or, well, any vehicle. Let's move this guy up onto this hill, get a better view. We'll move the anti-tank weapons up, and this recon up. This guy can move up here. Right. What's this? Some infantry are being repurposed to this flank. I'll get the Havocs on them. Okay, they're getting into range. Let's just get the Spetsnaz to take them out as quickly as possible. There we go. Right, that's good. Let's move up. These guys will be moving through the crack. The Spetsnaz will be going through the woods themselves. And they have 0 air cover for a short amount of time, which is always good. Let's move these guys up. Another F will be captured. With Anna secured, we'd be able to call in a few forces here and there to help take out Dimitri. So there are rocket pods, let's get them back to the FOB to resupply. This force should be sufficient to take out Anna. Let's just keep going. It's interesting how, like, we could theoretically go and destroy Leonid even though it's telling us to take out Anna, but we know we're going to have that objective pop up eventually. There's a hill here, so once we get to that, we should be able to see a lot. Oh dear, 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 dear. Well, looks like they've got some kind of 80 km force. We'll get the Havocs on them. Alright, they're loaded up, ready to go. Let's repurpose these guys here. Shultrums, we don't want them to deploy just yet.